number 2 hitter is the first baseman, Yonder Alonso. Nelson Cruz is the DH, and he is batting third. The cleanup hitter is the third baseman, Kyle Seager. Mitch Haniger is in right field. He is batting fifth. The ex-Yankee Ben Gamble is in left field batting sixth. Guillermo Heredia is in center field batting seventh. Taylor Lauder is the second baseman batting eighth. And Robbie Cano still has a little hamstring. It's not a strain. He feels a little bit, so they don't want him to start today. And Carlos Ruiz, the veteran catcher, is behind the plate and batting ninth. For Joe Girardi's New York Yankees, 68-59 now. Brett Gardner is in left. He is leading off. Aaron Judge is in the 2-hole today. He is in right field batting second, as I said. The DH and the number 3 hitter is Gary Sanchez. Didi Gregorius is a shortstop and cleanup hitter. Starlin Castro at second base batting fifth. And welcome back Greg Bird at first base batting sixth. The third baseman is the number 7 hitter, and that is Chase Headley. You're going to see a lot of that now, moving these 3 guys around to see. You got to get Bird going because he's always a threat. So we'll see what happens with Headley and Frazier back at first and third. Jacoby Ellsbury in center field. He is the number 8 hitter. And Austin Romine, day game after a night game, behind the plate, batting ninth. We'll be back with the pitching matchups and more after this. This is the WFAN New York Yankees Radio Network.
Nissan is the premier partner of the Heisman Trophy, and we surprised fans with this Heisman-winning lineup.
Eddie George, Marcus Allen.
Are you guys ready to go train with us? Let's go do it.
Then they experienced Nissan's award-winning lineup, including Ultima with available blind spot warning.
No blinds.
That is a feature I could do.
Rogue with automatic emergency braking.
That's incredible.
And the rest of our 2017 lineup. It's in Nissan's Bottom Line Model Year End event. Lease the Rogue family, starting at just $159 per month, or get up to $2,000 in conquest cash on the 2017 Rogue.
Bottom line, I'm heading down the Nissan.
Take on today. Shop ChooseNissan.com and your local Nissan dealer. Real people, not actors. For well-qualified customers. $28.59 initial payment on Rogue Sport for 36 months. 17 Rogue Conquest cash. Proof of ownership or lease of any current registered Toyota or Lexus vehicle required. Subject to residency restrictions. Excludes taxes, title, and license. Must finance through NMAC. Take delivery from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for details on offers. Offers end 9/5/17.
Hi, I'm 3-time women's soccer gold medalist Christy Pierce-Rampone. It wasn't easy being the captain of our U.S. national soccer team. Success came from being true to myself and good to my body. That's why I choose Black Bear Forest Fresh deli meats, franks and cheeses for me and my family. USDA certified organic, antibiotic free, all natural with ingredients you can trust. Black Bear Forest Fresh deli meats and cheeses feature only premium quality ingredients and meats from animals that were humanely raised. Forest Fresh cheese is made from milk, not treated with RBST. Black Bear Forest Fresh has no artificial flavors, no MSG, no fillers, and no nitrates. High in protein, low in fat, they give your body the power it needs to thrive. All natural meats from Black Bear Forest Fresh include their uncured applewood smoked ham and premium Angus roast beef. Black Bear Forest Fresh is good for you and good for your family. And this mom of 2 gives Black Bear Forest Fresh a gold medal. Black Bear Forest Fresh, only at ShopRite. Feel good about eating.
10-second station ID. This is the WFAN New York Yankees Radio Network.
Giants Jets tonight at MetLife Stadium. Our coverage begins at 6:05 on Sports Radio 66 WFAN and WFAN FM New York.
We're back here at Yankee Stadium, and the pitching matchups are brought to you by Chalkville and Nuts Coffee, New York's heavenly coffee since 1932. For the Mariners, it is Giovanni Gallardo, the veteran pitcher, 5-9, 5.75 ERA, and doesn't throw overly hard. He'll use that fastball almost all the time, though. He will have Y-O-Yo on the back of his uniform today. His players' weekend continues with all the nicknames on the back of the jerseys. And for the Yankees, it is 27-year-old Sonny Gray. It's his second start at Yankee Stadium. He lost at Boston last time out. 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and no strikeouts, and that is really rare for Sonny Gray. He is 1-3 since he's gotten to the Yanks. A lot of it no fault of his. They have not scored for him. 3.13 ERA. And he will have the word Pickles on the back of his jersey. That's his nickname. There's a lot of different stories about how that happened, and I can't get to the bottom of it. As far as he said, he's told 3 or 4 different stories that had happened in Oakland And Josh Fegley gave it to him because he always wore a green uniform and they always won, so they called him Pickles. Josh Fegley, by the way, has PTBNL on the back of his jersey today out in Oakland, which stands for a player to be named later. The defensive alignment is brought to you by your local Ford dealers. The Ford Summer Sales Event is on at your local store. You can get big savings on the exciting lineup of Ford vehicles. Go to buyfordnow.com. When the Yankees take their positions in the field in just a couple of minutes, it'll be Gardner, Ellsbury, and Judge left to right in your outfield. Headley at third, Didi at short, Castro at second, Bird at first. And here's today's starting battery brought to you by Interstate Battery Distributors of New York and Connecticut. Every battery for every need. Pitching this afternoon is Sonny Gray, and catching is Austin Romine. Now it's time for the keys to the game, brought to you by the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Goldens Bridge, one of the biggest selections of Mercedes-Benz in Westchester. For the Yankees, the approach against Yovani Gallardo, don't chase. He throws a lot of fastballs up to get you to chase. Don't do that. Make him get the fastball. They never strikes. Get the fastball down. And for Sonny Gray, just keep doing what you're doing. Eventually, they'll get you some runs. And the umpires lineup is brought to you by Advance Auto Parts. Lets you get you back on the road. Umpires are just now coming out, and they will be exchanging lineups. And Bruce Drickman will be behind the plate. Tom Woodring at first. Jordan Baker is the second base umpire. And the crew chief and third base umpire is Mike Everett. Today's game time temperature is brought to you by Brothers Supply, your number one source for ice air, P-Tax, water source, heat pan pumps, and fan coils. It is a gorgeous day. Low humidity, it's only 74 degrees, which is really unheard of this late in August. Haven't had that kind of really brutal heat at all here in the New York area. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous day as the Yankees try and break their two-game losing streak now. And last night's was a tough one, the way they had lost it. Yes, it's upsetting that Chapman gave up the home run to Yonder Alonso. To me, they lost because they were 0 for 12 with runners in scoring position, 0 for 4 with the bases loaded. When you're given 8 walks, even if you only have 5 hits, you got to score. You got to win that game. And they blew a chance to work up to 3 games in the loss column behind Boston because Boston was being pummeled by Baltimore last night. We'll be back with the start of this afternoon's game after this. This is the WFAN New York Yankees Radio Network.
This summer, people are experiencing new things in new Chevy vehicles, like going from 0 to 60 in 4 seconds flat in a Camaro. Or conquering a 35-degree slope in a Colorado.
Oh, boy. I'm looking straight up. Holy smokes.
Go for thrilling drives and deals at the Chevy Summer Drive.
I want to go to a Chevy dealership right when I get home.
Make a strong decision this summer. Right now, current Chevrolet owners and lessees can combine MSRP price reduction, cash allowance, Chevrolet loyalty cash, and option package discount to get a total value of $11,100 on a 2017 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT All-Star when you purchase. Visit ChevyOffers.com. Based on initial vehicle movement, Camaro SS Coupe with available 8-speed automatic transmission must show proof of ownership or lease of a 1999 model year or newer Chevrolet vehicle. Total value based on MSRP $47,680. Not available with special finance, lease, and some other offers. Take delivery by 8/31/17. See participating dealer for details.
Striking out is part of the game. The key is to learn from your misses. At Koch Industries, innovations for everyday technologies don't always succeed on the first try. See how we keep improving at KOCHchallenge.com.
Hey, Acme Market shoppers. Start earning gas rewards and fill up at Sunoco. Just use your registered phone number at checkout or sign up today and start saving. You can earn up to $1 off per gallon as you shop. It's that easy. Shop at Acme Markets. Save at Sunoco. Maximum gas rewards at participating Sunoco stations is $1 per gallon in a single fill-up up to 25 gallons. Other restrictions and exclusions apply. See complete details at acmemarkets.com.
Yankee fans, this is Tyler Austin in Bridgehampton National Bank, and I are proud to team up to support education with Make Your Pitch for Financial Education. Go to cbsnewyork.com/makeyourpitch for details.
Well, We're back here, and we're waiting for the Yankees to come out of the dugout. The umpires have exchanged lineups, and they are standing there. And both pitches are in their respective dugouts. Salino and Barnes remind you this copyrighted broadcast was presented by authority of the New York Yankees may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Counts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Salino and Barnes is one of our nation's largest personal injury firms. If you're injured, don't wait. Call 800-888-8888. Offices in Manhattan and Long Island. Let's go downstairs to the field for the national anthem.
Ahlstrom will play our national anthem.
Today's national anthem, Salute to America, is performed by Ed Ahlstrom at the organ and brought to you by Mutual of America. Your retirement company shares their spirit of America by recognizing today's Salute to America. And here comes Sonny Gray, number 55, with pickles on the back of his shirt. And I think it's fascinating. He's told probably 4 different stories about how he got to the name Pickles, but my guess is that he doesn't really know. And I'll say it again. First day he had that, he told me that he thought it was because Josh Fegley, the catcher out in Oakland, gave it to him because when he worked out, he always worked out in the dark green T-shirt that Oakland had, and whenever he won, he was usually in that dark green jersey. He's told other people other stories, but I like that one. He's allowed 2 runs or less in each of the last 10 games that he has started. None of these losses have been Sonny Gray's fault. They just have not hit for him. I guess it's his turn this year. We are coming to you live from the Sunoco broadcast booth, the Sunoco Free Fuel 5000. Get the decal, get spotted, and win. And Sonny Gray is finishing his warm-up tosses. We continue Game 2 of Players Weekend with all the nicknames on the backs of their jersey, and we'll continue to tell you who is wearing what and what it means, and they have patches on the sides and who they are honoring. I would say that 70% of all the patches I have seen of these guys are honoring their mothers and fathers, and some, as Chase Headley has his older brother in there too, who used to play on the same teams with him all the way through Little League. But so many of these guys, you read the stories, their moms and dads there as a thank you for taking them to tournament and travel ball and all the things that they did every time. There are a couple of guys whose parents have never missed a game. They're there all the time and were through their whole lives. It's fascinating to read these stories. It's a one more day of this. Of the uniforms, no Yankee pinstripes. The pants are pinstripe white, but sort of softball shirts on the top with the numbers and the names. But here we go. And as the Mariners leadoff hitter Gene Segura steps up to the plate, stepping up to the microphone is the voice of the New York Yankees. Here is John Sterling.
Well, Susan, I thank you. And once again, good afternoon, everyone. A gorgeous afternoon here in the metropolitan area. The Yankees need a win badly. They need a bunch of wins. They have really stubbed their toe, losing their last 2, while Boston was losing their last 2. Well, that's over. Here we go. And the first pitch by Gray, a fastball high 1-0. We're underway. Gene Segura is a right-hand hitter, hitting at .305 with 7 homers and 35 RBIs. And
Gray deals, and the pitch is hit in the air to center field. Ellsbury coming in and makes the catch. Ellsbury went back a step or two and then had to put the burners on and went to right center to make the catch. One away.
And Sunday's first pitch was 94 miles an hour. Choosing the pitcher is important. Your choices matter, too. Drive 25 in New York City, a reminder from the Vision Zero initiative.
Now, here's last night's hero, Yonder Alonso. He didn't enter the game till late, 8th or 9th inning. And then in the 11th inning, he turned around and rolled his Chapman fastball and hit it into Monument Park. A tremendous home run by the left-hand hitter, and that won the game. The pitch is high. Alonso at 272, but with power. 224 home runs and 58 RBIs. One thing about Chapman's pitch, as Gray deals 1-0, and the pitch is low. If Gray throws if Chapman throws a fastball down in the zone, it's hittable. He has to throw his fastball up. And what's hurting Chapman is his other two pitches, they call them secondary pitches now, aren't very good. Slider and change, just very average pitches. Here's the 2-0 to Alonso, and the fastball is high, 3-0. So Chapman gave up the game-winning home run to Rafael Devers of Boston, and that was only the second home run he'd given up to a left-hand hitter. Well, now it's 3.
Within 2 weeks?
Yeah, and both game-winning home runs. Here is the 3-0. And the pitch is low, ball 4. And I know Devers' home run tied the game, but that's the only reason that Boston was able to go win it. So a one-out walk to Alonso. And here is Nelson Cruz, the big right-hand slugger at 291, 31 homers, and already a 100 RBIs. And he's, like everyone else, has a little over a month to play.
And he's the first one there in the American League with 100 RBIs.
That is one thing about Cruz. Through all of his different years, different teams, he drives in runs. He is a run producer. So Gray, 1 on and 1 out. And the breaking ball's in the dirt and gets away from Romine. And on to second goes Alonso. We'll call it a wild pitch, which is very nice of us.
And they call it a wild pitch. Let's take a look at this again. It bounced and went straight up in the air. Romine tried to smother it, couldn't do it. I wonder if he got crossed up there. Romine goes out and chops to Sonny Gray.
Yankees have had a problem with the old wild pitch pass ball this year. A lot of problems. Yep. So Alonso at second with 1 out. Cruz with a count of 1-0. And Gray deals, and the pitch is outside, 2-0. Gray is 7-8 and an ERA of 3.38. I think I'll run over his numbers quickly. It'll be a 2-0 to Cruz. And the pitch is lined like a bullet, but foul down the left field line. Yankees got lucky. That was your basic, what you call your double into the left field corner, but it just went foul. Sonny, 20 games and starts, 120 innings, 104 hits. Very good. 16 less hits than innings pitched. He's walked 41. That's 3 per 9. He has struck out 111. Not quite 3 to 1, but pretty close. And he deals 2-1 to Cruz. And the pitch is cut on, missed on a breaking ball in the dirt. And Gray has given up 9 home runs, which really is very, very good. That is about 1 every 13 innings. That's really good. Now, he came from a ballpark that normally doesn't yield a lot of home runs. Now, in the American League East, they all yield a lot of home runs. First of all, the teams are all good hitters. And secondly, the ballparks are good to hit in. And here's the 2-2 to Cruz. And the pitch grounded to third. Headley digs it out and throws to first in time. Well, Susan, he hasn't forgotten how to play third.
No, I don't think so. And I wonder if he had to think about it because he's been so consumed about getting it second nature to play at first, and there he goes on the other side. I wonder how that feels.
Well, two-way, here is Kyle Seager. I don't know if he's going to do this, and Joe, not exactly, he's going to tell you his plans. But there is one way he can take, if everyone hits and everyone's healthy, he can play Headley at third against right-handers, and Bird at first. Of course, you have two left-hand hitters. And then when a lefty pitches, you could play Headley at first and Frazier at third, so Headley would be the swing man. And there's Seager. And the pitch, there's strike. Casey Stengel did that a way back using Gil McDougald as his swingman between second and third in a righty-lefty configuration. Anyway, that's one thing he could do. They all would get playing time that way. He'll be an 0-1 to Seager. He's a .256, 19 homers and 67 RBIs. Didi plays right behind second. Kind of hedging their bet. Pitch to Seager is low and away, and the count 1-1.
Still, if you hadn't seen these uniforms, Kyle Seager has Corey's brother on the back of his shirt. I saw a funny matchup yesterday, John. Kevin Kiermaier has Outlaw on his back, and they brought in a lefty named Sheriff to pitch to him. So Sheriff was pitching to Outlaw.
Terrific. Pitch is cut on. I think foul tipped at home plate, so the count 1-2. That's cute. Why? Do you know why Outlaw?
He just
he robs people. Oh, yeah. Good, very good.
Yeah, exactly.
He does. Here Kevin Kiermaier's a great center field. That'll be a 1-2. With Alonso leading off second and two out in the first, and Gray caught on and missed. Seager strikes out, and Gray gets out in the first. No runs, no hits, one left at the end of a half. Seattle 0, Yankees coming to bat on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
No other vehicle quite matches the Mercedes-Benz C-Class, so let's compare it to a cheetah.
Until 1 p.m. to save big. Boys Carter's tees are just $7.99, and Junior's graphic tees are $9.99. Fashion sneakers are $24.99. Kitchen electrics are only $9.99, and the Big One bath towel is just $3.99. Everyone gets $10 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent. Earn it on everything, spend it on anything. This Saturday, it's Super Saturday, only at Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Okay, Kevin, for the grand prize of $1 million, what color is the White House?
I know this.
5 seconds.
Oh, switching to Geico could save you a bunch of money on car insurance?
Okay. Judges? That's true, Kevin. They'll allow it. Congratulations. You're a winner.
Woo!
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Daddy, where do babies come from?
Honey?
Mommy went to the store.
Oh, well, you see, there's a mommy and a daddy, right?
Right.
And see, when they call Geico, they could save a bunch of money on car insurance.
Oh, really? And that makes them happy?
Yes, that makes them very happy.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we could have this talk, Sunshine.
Geico, because saving 15%...
rwjbh.org/heart. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Yankees baseball is sponsored by your local Ford dealers. The Ford Summer Sales Event is on at your local Ford store. You can get big savings on the exciting lineup of Ford vehicles. Go to buyfordnow.com.
Myers, the veteran right-hander, Giovanni Gallardo, not having a great year. He's 5-9 and an ERA of 5.75. Now, when your ERA is near 6, that's kind of a bloated ERA. Here is Gardner to lead it off. Seager comes in at third to guard against the bunt. And Gallardo deals. There, a strike. Gardner at 255, 20 homers and 53 RBIs. Gallardo, 24 games, 20 starts. As I give you his line, and it'll be an 0-1. Swung on and line to right center field, base hit. Kind of a humpback liner that carried to center field or right center. And Gardner is on with a leadoff hit.
And when Sonny Gray struck out Kyle Seager, that was his first strikeout of the game, and Winthrop University Hospital reminds you that they strike out cancer with their CyberKnife technology. Winthrop University Hospital, your health means everything.
Gardner at first, and here is Judge. 24 games, 20 starts, 117 innings, 125 hits coming in, 8 more hits than innings pitched. Well, here is Judge, batting second today, and a wild pitch back to the screen. Gardner's at second base. So Gallardo uncorks a wild pitch. He has walked 51, and that's an average of 4 per 9. He has struck out 86, far away from the 2-1 margin that pitching coaches want. And he's given up 21 home runs, or 1 every 5.5 innings. So, well, let's see what the Yankees do with him. They have a runner at second, no one out. First of all, let's see Judge if he can move the runner up. Yankees have a terrible time moving runners up and getting him in. The pitch is high. Not that the Yankees don't score runs. They score runs. But when they're in a tight game like last night, they can't get a ground ball to knock in a run with the infield back. And the infield in, they can't get a fly ball to get the run. And the Yankees lost that game last night. They should have won that game. There'll be a 2-0 to Judge. And the pitch is swung on, grounded foul off third. Judge at 283. 37 homers and 82 RBIs.
The Yankees saw Gallardo when they were in Seattle. He got no decision, but he went 5 innings, giving up 3 runs on 5 hits. Walked 3 and struck out 5.
Now here's the 2-1 to a Judge. And the fastball missed outside, 3-1. Gary Sanchez on deck. Among the many problems the Yankees have, the biggest problem is they're 4 games in back of Boston, and they've got to catch them. They want to finish first. Here's the 3-1. Strike on the inside corner. Good sinking fastball. 3-2 on Judge. One of the problems is, and Susan will address this at some point, Sanchez and Romine have both been suspended. Romine for 2 games, Sanchez for 4. Now here's the 3-2 to Judge. Gardner leads off second pitch. Swung on and driven in the air to deep left. There is Gamble, and now he comes in, and the catch is made by Heredia in front of him. What a play. Oh, give Heredia a pat on the back. Gamble lost the ball in the sun. That's a very tough sun field, and he was staggering under it, and Heredia came all the way over from center field to make the catch.
Now, that is a pretty astounding play, which shows you what kind of an outfielder Heredia is, because they sort of shift a little bit over. They move towards right field a little bit on Judge. They don't play really straight away, so he was over. Wow, can he run? And he just caught it as easy as pie.
Easy.
Oh, my goodness.
That was some play.
It's very
also,
impressive.
he's in the game to recognize that his teammate is having trouble. And you're right, they usually play Judge a few steps over in right center. Well, here is Sanchez. What I was getting to about the catchers is Yankees have some problem. Their third catcher on the 40-man is Kyle Higashioka. He's been injured. Now, I understand he is coming back. Their season ends September 4th, so if he's coming back, he doesn't have much time to come back. Yankees don't have catchers.
Right. Eddie Rodriguez is catching, a veteran, and he is not on the 40-man roster, so they got a problem. They're both appealing, both Sanchez and Romine.
And the pitch to Sanchez, there's a strike. Sanchez at 277. 27 homers, 74 RBIs. You know, like Severino is the Yankees' best pitcher. Well, this is the Yankees' best hitter, Sanchez. Forget about the numbers. We're talking right here and now, which is what baseball people think about here and now. It'll be an 0-1 to Gary. And the pitch cut on him. Missed on a high fastball, 0-2.
That's the high fastball that Joe Girardi, if you heard the manager's show, said it's hard to do, but they got to lay off that high fastball. Never a strike. And it always looks very tantalizing.
Yeah, tough to get on top of it. That's why Chapman's pitch was not a good pitch last night, because it was down low, and Alonso really hit it. His fastball's got to be up. Now, here's the 0-2. Swung on, grounded foul outside of third. And by the way, if you're, as they say, scoring at home, the Judge did not move the runner. He's a killer. He's a killer. Well, it'll be an 0-2 to Sanchez with Gardner leading off second, carrying the game's first run. The pitch is fouled straight back, so the count remains 0-2.
You know, talking to Sanchez, and he a lot of people around the league think Sanchez got off light with 4 games after, coming off the bench and hitting people that were on the ground. He said the other day, he was saying, it was a mistake, won't happen again. I just got caught up in the moment through his translator. Austin Romine, the Yankees going to fight this one. I don't know what he's supposed to do. When someone starts punching, he's just supposed to stand there?
Boy, do I agree with you on Romine. Here is the 0-2. It's high. For those who didn't see it, I don't know how you couldn't have been on continually. Cabrera, standing nose to nose talking with Romine, took both hands and pushed him on the chest to push him away to get punching room. And then, like he was in the middle of the ring, used both hands throwing punches. Now, what did Romine do? I'll tell you what he did in a moment. Here is the 1-2. Struck him out swinging fastball away out of the strike zone. So there are 2 down. So here's a guy throwing punches. What would you do? So Romine ducked and tackled him, and they went on the ground. And then and by the way, baseball ought to do this, and they ought to do it at the end of this year. Make it verboten for players to either leave the bench, in other words, the dugout, or the bullpens when a scrum breaks out. As David Stern said in the NBA, and he did it brilliantly, thou shalt not leave the bench. Well, just make that a rule. You can't leave the dugout to get into a fight or the bullpens. Now, here's Didi, and he hits a high pop foul third base side. Didi is the cleanup hitter today. And that's brought to you by Action Environmental Services, the New York Yankees' choice for solid waste and recycling.
I have a question about that, though. How do you stop the fight? There's still 9 guys on the field. And
I would hope that the umpires and the managers would break it up.
the managers can come off.
Oh, yeah. But that's a way to stop these.
Well, the first thing they can do is at least stop this stuff of coming in from the bullpens.
0-1 is high. The count 1-1. Such nonsense. And also, it's a terrible look for the game. Terrible. That'll be a 1-1 to Didi.
And there's that high fastball. Didi didn't bite on that.
Well, the pitch is outside, sinking fastball. Now the count 2-1. Didi at 308. 19 homers, 60 RBIs. Although he has 2 homers off Gallardo, he hasn't fared very well. He's 3 for 18. Headley has good numbers. Ellsbury has good numbers. Here's the 2-1. Gardner off second. Pitch is grounded foul off third. And the count 2-2. Castro has good numbers. And he's on deck. 2-2 on Didi. Gallardo's pitch is a fastball high, 3-2. flags on top of the stadium are blowing in the breeze, but the flags out in left center are somewhat still. 3-2, swung on, and popped him up to shallow center. Segura on the outfield grass makes the catch. So the Yankees have in the effect of an opening double and don't move the runner at all. No runs, one hit, and one left. Now, at the end of one inning play, no score on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
If you love your car and you love football, buy Castrol Edge Motor Oil at Advance Auto Parts.
Kyle is a professional dog trainer.
Sit down. Roll over. Good.
When it comes to canine obedience, he's your best friend's best friend.
Oh, such a good girl.
And in his personal time, Kyle's a personal trainer.
Nice work on those planks, guys. Now roll over and give me 25 push-ups. 1, 2, good. Hey, keep that caboose down.
You see, no matter who or what he trains, Kyle knows how to get results. But when it comes to mortgages, he's less confident.
Guilty as charged.
Fortunately for Kyle, there's Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. It's simple, so he can understand the details and know he's getting the right mortgage.
I like it, people. Who wants a treat?
Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently. Go to rocketmortgage.com today.
Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030.
Shop Lowe's and take advantage of early Labor Day savings with great deals for your home inside and out. Refresh your walls or renew your deck with $10 to $40 off paint, exterior stains, and resurfacers. And if you've been craving new appliances, get up to 40% off select appliance special values on some of the best brands in the business. All projects have a starting point. Start with Lowe's. Paint offer valid 8/24 through 9/6. Via rebate. Appliance offer valid 8/24 through 9/13. Exclusions apply. See store for details. U.S. only.
The game, get a quote at Geico.com. Geico, so easy a caveman can do it.
In your office, make sure you're locked in to Sports Radio 66 and 101.9 FM, The Fan.
10-second station ID on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network.
Patriots wide receiver Julian Edelman has a torn ACL. He is done for the season. Jets and Giants tonight with coverage beginning at 6:05 on Sports Radio 66 WFAN New York.
John Sterling, Susan Waldman, Yankee Stadium on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Top of the second, no score. Here is the rookie right-hand hitting outfielder Mitch Haniger to lead it off. And there's a fastball strike from Sonny Gray, and we're underway in the second.
Scoreboard update is brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealers. See their vehicle offers and inventory at MBUSA.com. One game going on in the American League, and it's in Toronto.
Gray's 0-1. Hit on the ground to third on a breaking ball. Headley fields and throws one away.
Toronto, courtesy of a Kendrys Morales solo home run, is 22nd in the year. It's taken a 1-0 lead over Minnesota. Dylan G is starting for Minnesota. Marco Estrada for Toronto. Everything else in the American League is later, including Baltimore's at Boston at 4. Kevin Gossman against Eduardo Rodriguez.
Now one down. Here is the ex-Yank, Ben Gamble, a left-hand hitter. And Gray deals down low. Gamble at 290, 6 homers, 39 RBIs.
And nothing going on in the National League. Mets are in Washington starting at 4 o'clock. Robert Gesellman against Gio Gonzalez. Everything else tonight, Pittsburgh and Cincinnati.
1-0, breaking ball strike.
Cubs will be in Philly at 7. Kyle Hendricks against Ben Lively. Colorado's at Atlanta. Kyle Freeland against Sean Newcomb. San Diego, Miami, Tampa Bay, St. Louis, San Francisco, and Atlanta, and Milwaukee and the Dodgers all tonight.
The pitch. Swung on. A high pop behind the plate. Romine throws the mask away, comes back, staggers, and makes the catch. He had to lean back as he overran it and made a one-hand grab, but make it he did 2-away.
I'll bet this wind is really moving around out there. The flags on the left side of the facade are going in 4 different directions. They're going left, they're going center, they're going right, they're going back.
They are. That means swirling?
Swirling. See, and we don't have Mattingly's bat on the top of the stadium anymore until we'll see which way the wind is blowing.
Yeah, I like that, the Mattingly bat. Here is Guillermo Heredia, who takes a pitch low. Heredia at 280, 6 homers, 23 RBIs. Here's Gray's 1-0. Swung on, a pop fly to shallow left. In comes Gardner. He makes the catch on the run. And that takes care of the top of the second. 1-2-3 from Sonny Gray. End of an inning and a half. No score on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
It's time to release your summer with Jeep, the most awarded SUV brand.
It's Super Saturday at Kohl's. Shop early birds until 1 p.m. to save big. Boys Carter's tees are just $7.99, and Junior's graphic tees are $9.99. Fashion sneakers are $24.99. Kitchen electrics are only $9.99, and the Big One bath towel is just $3.99. Everyone gets $10 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent. Earn it on everything, spend it on anything. This Saturday, it's Super Saturday, only at Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Okay, Kevin, for the grand prize of $1 million, what color is the White House?
I know this.
5 seconds.
Oh, switching to Geico could save you a bunch of money on car insurance?
Okay. Judges? That's true, Kevin. They'll allow it. Congratulations. You're a winner.
Woo. Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
It's Super Saturday at Kohl's. Shop early birds until 1 p.m. to save big. Boys Carter's tees are just $7.99, and Junior's graphic tees are $9.99. Fashion sneakers are $24.99. Kitchen electrics are only $9.99, and the Big One bath towel is just $3.99. Everyone gets $10 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent. Earn it on everything, spend it on anything. This Saturday, it's Super Saturday, only at Kohl's. Select styles.
Offers.com for more details.
Today's Yankees Radio Network Acme Markets Home Run Path contestant is Andrew Goldberg. Andrew wins a $100 Acme Markets gift card for every homer the Yankees hit in the second. Visit WFAN.com/Acme to hit it big.
Well, here's Starlin Castro, who came back last night and had a double to right center. He's at 305, 12 homers, and 45 RBIs. I mentioned he has good numbers off Gallardo, and a lot of numbers, too. Mostly, I guess, from the National League pitch. That's high. Castro is 16 for 45 against Gallardo. No, 16 for 48 would be 333. So he's probably hitting 350, 360 against Gallardo. It'll be a 1-0. Castro's a right-hand hitter. And there is a strike on the outside corner.
And he doesn't throw overly hard. That fastball right at 90. He just spots that fastball, moves it up and down, in and out.
Now here's the 1-1. And Gallardo deals low, 2-1. Castro, Bird, Headley. Great to have Greg Bird back. I believe big things will be coming from him. This year, well, who knows? And there is the 2-1. And the fastball's high, 3-1.
He got that one up to 94. Gallardo has Yo on the back of his uniform. He says that's a nickname that his teammates call him sometime.
Yo?
Yo.
Yeah, his name is Giovanni. Yeah.
His patch is honoring his mom and dad.
Now here's the 3-1 to Castro. And it's high, another high fastball. Well, there's the first walk. Greg Bird, when he came up 2 years ago, hit a bunch of home runs here, I think 12 late in the year. Then he was injured all of last year. This spring, he just tore it up in spring training and then got hurt. So he's 6 for 60 with 1 homer and 1 RBI. He's a left-hand hitter with a beautiful swing. He got the porch and right. He's going to be, I think, a big-time player for the Yanks. Now, he went down to Scranton when they finally got him well after surgery. Pitch is high. And in 47 at-bats, he had several home runs. I think he hit 298 with 3 or 4 home runs. So they've deemed him ready, and hopefully he is. 3 infielders on the right side against Bird. And the 1-0. Caught on him as there's a breaking ball. What Joe Torre would say to Greg Bird if he was his manager is, look, you can't improve your average. So it's where it is now. So just go and take one day at a time. Get your hits now. Although one thing I will say about Bird and his ridiculous average, 6 for 60, my goodness, pitch is high. He's only been up 60 times, so actually if he hits well, his average will move up.
And if you remember, he tore it up in spring training. The last day in spring training, team's in Clearwater, and he fouled a ball off his ankle. And that's when it all started. He played through it, didn't produce, and then it happened again when the team was in Pittsburgh, and that's when they put him on the DL.
Here's the 2-1. Caught on him. It's a big loss for the Yanks because he is the prototypical power-hitting lefty first baseman.
And this is what he did in Scranton. He was 11 for 26. That's 423. 8 runs scored, 2 doubles, 3 homers, and 6 RBIs in 9 games.
Well, here's the 2-2 to Bird. Castro leads off first with no one out. Bottom of the second, no score. Pitch is a breaking ball outside. So the count goes full, 3-2. Castro with a very short lead off first. 3-2 coming to Bird, and he fouls it back. So the count holds 3-2. So Susan, really, they couldn't find out what was wrong with Bird for a while.
Right. They finally sent him to a doctor who was, he did ankles for did basketball players, and it turned out that he also
3-2 is low, ball 4. He took a breaking ball on 3-2, so back-to-back walks. The Yankees have 2 on and no one out.
And it was an injury that he had. From the injury, it was not a growth. It was like a different piece of bone, a second piece of bone, and it's an injury that dancers get all the time. And when this particular doctor saw it, he said, oh, I know what this is. I've done hundreds of these on ballet dancers and regular dancers, and as soon as they did that, there was a different kind of doctors. He dealt with different things. Track athletes get it, too. Usually not baseball players.
Here's Headley, and he bunts down third, hustling into Seager. Bare hands throws, got him. So it's a sacrifice, and it goes 5-3. And the Yankees, as a result, have second and third. I think Headley's bunting on his own. The Yankees never bunt. So if I had to guess, he bunts on his own. Anyway, that's a sacrifice, a big one, to get runners to second and third with 1 out. And here is a left-handed hitter, Jacoby Ellsbury. Fans, come out to Yankee Stadium tomorrow. The first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive an Aroldis Chapman bobblehead in the 4th and final in the 2017 Collectible Bobblehead Series, courtesy of AT&T. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com. Ellsbury at 237, 6 homers, 27 RBIs.
Ellsbury, of course, has Chief on the back of his uniforms, nickname he got a long time ago. He's part Navajo.
And takes a strike. Ellsbury also a 6 for 17 lifetime against Gallardo. Well, here is an example. Here is the prototypical example. Second and third, 1 out. The infield is back. If he hits a ground ball to short or second, Yankees get a run. Here's the 0-1. Foul back in the count 0-2. Castro, the runner at third. Bird, the runner at second. And Ellsbury behind on the count 0-2. He needs to make contact, as I mentioned, get the run in. Now here's the 0-2. And it's fouled at home plate. So the count holds at 0-2.
Also, over the years, Ellsbury's been very good at going the other way. And they're all open. You got Seager playing in on the grass. And look where Segura is. Way back, playing back.
The left side is open.
All that room. Now Seager's moving back.
Now here's the 0-2 to Jake. And the pitch is just outside, 1-2. Alonso plays deep at first. Normally the first baseman comes up. So now it's a ground ball to short. Second or first would score the run. And Seager's playing way wide at third against the left-hand hitter to cut off the shortstop hole so Castro can get a big lead. The pitch. Swung on in line to left field. There's a base hit. One run scores Castro. Here comes Bird. Here comes the throw. And he is out at home plate. The throw really was not a great one by Ben Gamble. It bounced twice, but Bird was still caught at home plate. So it's a single by Ellsbury and an RBI. Castro scores, and the Yankees take a 1-0 lead, and Bird, trying to score, is out 7-2.
Looking at this slide again, and he had that leg out. He missed the plate. He actually went over the plate. He just missed it.
Here's Romine with the runner at first, Ellsbury. That's Jake's 28th RBI. Romine, a right-hand hitter. Throw to first, nothing going on. He's a .222 with 2 homers on 21 RBIs.
Yeah, we just looked at that again, John. If he slides straight in, he's safe.
And by the way, Ellsbury, in swinging inside out, did hit a line drive to kind of where the shortstop would be. I think it would be too high anyway for him. But anyway, the Yanks take a 1-0 lead. And here is the pitch to Romine. And he swings and misses at a high fastball. The one thing about Bird, he is not exactly a fleet baseman. He was churning home when the throw came in and bounced twice, and they still got him. Romine takes high, 1-1.
Well, he missed the plate with his foot.
Right.
That would do it.
Too bad.
Yep.
It'll be a 1-1 to Romine. And here's the 1-1. Runner goes, pitches, hit in the air to deep right center. Way back goes Heredia on the track. And he makes the catch. He can catch anything, Heredia. Heredia, from center field, raced to the Yankee bullpen at the 385 to make the catch. That is a tremendous outfielder, Guillermo Heredia. And that would have scored a run. So the Yankees did just enough to get a run. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 left. And now at the end of 2 innings of play, 1-0 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Are you overpaying on your utility bills? How would you know? Agera Energy and
Daddy, where do babies come from?
Honey?
Mommy went to the store.
Oh, well, you see, there's a mommy and a daddy, right?
Right.
And see, when they call Geico, they could save a bunch of money on car insurance.
Oh, really? And that makes them happy?
Yes, that makes them very happy.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we could have this talk, Sunshine.
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Kyle is a professional dog trainer.
Sit down. Roll over. Good.
When it comes to canine obedience, he's your best friend's best friend.
Oh, such a good girl.
And in his personal time, Kyle's a personal trainer.
Nice work on those planks, guys. Now roll over and give me 25 push-ups. 1, 2, good. Hey, keep that caboose down.
You see, no matter who or what he trains, Kyle knows how to get results. But when it comes to mortgages, he's less confident.
Guilty as charged.
Fortunately for Kyle, there's Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. It's simple, so he can understand the details and know he's getting the right mortgage.
I like it, people. Who wants a treat?
Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently. Go to rocketmortgage.com today.
Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. And MLSConsumerAccess.org.
Here on your flagship station for Yankees baseball, The Fan, Sports Radio 66 and 101.9 FM, WFAN and WFAN-FM, New York.
Swing by Newlands Bayshore Ford and check out Ford's all-star lineup of great new cars and trucks. For great deals on Ford cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers, visit tristateford.com.
Now to the third. Here is the second baseman filling in for Robbie Cano. Taylor Motter is a right-hand hitter. And Gray deals a fastball strike. Motter at 204, 7 homers, 25 RBIs. And the Yankees, in effect, play three-man on the left side. In effect, you say? Castro is playing directly behind second. Spread the pitch. A breaking ball cut on, and did he go? He did. Got 0-2. Now Castro moves back to the first base side of second. I love that they do that. They would have to know exactly where the pitch goes. Now, the pitcher doesn't know where the pitch is going, so how do they? It'll be an 0-2 to Motter. And the breaking ball is fouled back. So the count remains 0-2. Gray dealing 0-2, and breaking balls in the dirt, 1-2. Yankees with a 1-0 lead on the Ribby single by Ellsbury. And there's always a thought, first of all, you read about injuries continually, every single day in baseball, 1-2. Hit hard on the ground at third, dug out by Headley, who throws across. And there's one away. Headley has handled 3 plays after not having played third for a couple of months.
Well, he's getting his sort of like taking grounders at third one day and get it all in.
He's played third all his life. He knows what he's doing. Anyway, I was talking about injuries. And, you'd want to tell a player, don't. You can't tell him to don't. You got to play the game. And there's Bird. He's coming back from bad foot ankle, and he has to score from second on a base hit and gets thrown out on a slide. Can't protect them. One away. Here is Ruiz, and the pitch is low. Ruiz, in his salad days, was a top-notch catcher for the Phils when they went to the World Series 2 years in a row, won one, and lost to the Yanks the next year.
Terrific player. Great catcher.
Good catcher, good hitter. Pitch is low. He's kind of finishing out his career as the backup to Zunino.
And I remember in 2009 he was always referred to as Chooch, and I looked in the back to see if he had. Yep, there's Chooch.
He's at 202, a homer, 9 RBI. He's been to bat about 100 times, a little more than 100.
And having an experienced backup like that has really got to help Zunino. Just watching him.
pitch is swung on and lined to left field, and that ball is gone. Oh, boy, he hit one that went deep into the left field seats, right by the pole, but it went about 6-7 rows back. So Ruiz ties the game with a home run, and boy, did he hit that hard. Just happened to be right near the line. You had to wait on it, but went about 7 rows back.
You know, you knew it was going to go out. You just didn't know whether it was fair or foul. Well, look at it again. He got a fastball up. No, actually, that was a slider that didn't do anything. It just sort of hung there. And you knew it had length. It went about 7 rows back. And it was fair. That was the only question, whether it was going to be fair or foul.
And hit. So Ruiz gets his second home run.
Huge.
And the ball game is quickly tied at 1. Here is Segura, and he takes a strike.
And Ruiz had never faced Sonny Gray before.
And pitch outside, the count 1-1. Look at this lineup, really a pretty good lineup, and this is without Cano. So who hits you? Ruiz. 1-1. There is a strike to Segura on the outside corner, 1-2.
You can't predict baseball.
Yeah, I've heard that. Just the 10th home run that Gray has given up in 120-plus innings. Breaking ball's low, and the count 2-2 on Segura.
You know, I told you yesterday that Segura's nickname is El Mambo because in variation of merengue music from they grew up in the Dominican. Do you know who his tribute patch is dedicated to? Robbie Cano, who said he helped him become a better player and a better man.
The 2-2 cut on a miss on the breaking ball, and they're 2-away. That's a second strikeout for Gray. The Baby Bombers could easily be dubbed tater tots because these kids mash the baseball like taters. Everyone loves home runs. Everyone loves Ore-Ida tater tots, the original tater tots potatoes. Here is Alonso, who walked his first time, a lefty hitter, and the pitch is low, 1-0. 3 infielders on the right side, the middle of which Castro was way out on the outfield rush, probably 10 steps out. And here's the 1-0. Breaking ball, strike 1-1. Here is Gray's 1-1. Cut on a missed 1-2. Now, the right hand is 1-2 to Alonso. Is a breaking ball, strike 3. However, Seattle ties it on Carlos Ruiz home run, his second of the year. 1 run, 1 hit, no one left at the end of 2.5, tied at 1 on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Foxwoods Resort Casino and the award-winning Lake of Isles is offering a golf getaway starting at just $220 per...
It's Super Saturday at Kohl's. Shop early birds until 1 p.m. to save big. Boys Carter's tees are just $7.99, and Junior's graphic tees are $9.99. Fashion sneakers are $24.99. Kitchen electrics are only $9.99, and the Big One bath towel is just $3.99. Everyone gets $10 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent. Earn it on everything, spend it on anything. This Saturday, it's Super Saturday, only at Kohl's. Select styles Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Okay, Kevin, for the grand prize of $1 million, what color is the White House?
I know this.
5 seconds.
Oh, switching to Geico could save you a bunch of money on car insurance?
Okay. Judges? That's true, Kevin. They'll allow it. Congratulations. You're a winner.
Woo!
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Staples has low prices on everything your kids need to head back to school. And when your kids have what they need, they'll return with confidence. The confidence to study the atom and discover a better way to split it. The confidence to master the laws of physics and use them to win at dodgeball. And now Staples Marvelized Comp Books, 2-pocket polyfolders and 24-pack Crayola crayons are just 50 cents each. Staples. It's pro time. While supplies last. Ends 9/2/17. Limit 30 in store.
On the unexpected with Nissan's available intelligent safety shield technologies. Innovation that excites.
When Yonder Alonso struck out, that was the 15th out of the game, brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more in your car insurance. Visit them at geico.com to see how much you can save.
Brett Gardner singled to center his first time. He is the leadoff hitter, and he leads off the third inning for the Yanks, and the game tied at 1. And Gardner swings, does a pop fly to shallow right. Out goes Motter, and he made a nice catch. Motter looking back over his shoulder, going out like an end in football, and he reached out, made a basket catch. Nice play. One away, here's Judge.
And trying to block out the sun, too. He had the glove up to try and block the sun. It's really a bright sky, just a couple of little clouds, so they call that a high sky.
Judge fly to center his first time. And there's a strike. In fact, that was the fly ball that was hit to left field. And Gamble was losing it in the sun, staggering around, and Heredia came all the way over from dead center field to make the catch in left field. Then, of course, he made that great catch in right center.
Some outfielder.
The 0-1. Caught on a misbreaking ball. And he kind of pulled the string on it, and Judge was way ahead. Yeah, he's terrific outfielder. Gee, he's terrific. Their number 1 center fielder is a left-hander, Jared Dyson. Very slim center fielder, steals bases and all, but he's on the DL. Here's the 0-2. Caught on it, missed. Another breaking ball, so Judge strikes out, and there are 2 away. That's the second strikeout for Gallardo. And here's Sanchez. We are coming to you live from the Sunoco broadcast booth. The Sunoco Free Fuel 5000. Get the decal, get spotted, and win. Sanchez struck out his first time. And takes a pitch outside 1-0. The Yankees have had so many injuries this year. You could go around their team, and almost everyone has been on the DL. There's the 1-0. Strike. But how about the Mets, Susan? Isn't that amazing? There was a headline in one of the tabloids a month or 2 ago when one pitcher was going down after another. And the headline on the back page, the sports page, said, "Why does God hate the Mets?" Here's the 1-1. Caught on a miss. Off-speed pitch again. And yesterday they lost Cespedes and Conforto.
And I showed you our buddy Peter Botti of the Daily News has got one of the funniest Twitter accounts of all time. He said, why don't the Mets just put body parts on the back of elbow, knee, thumb, back, hamstring, instead of nicknames, put what's wrong with them on the back of the uniforms.
The 1-2 is a bouncer, 2-2. But I guess one thing you would say, maybe they'll have much better luck next year. They couldn't have the same luck, man. their biggest people go down all the time. 2-2 on Sanchez. Now, Yankees, that doesn't bother them. It bothers them with their own injuries, like every other team. 2-2 on Gary. And Gallardo deals and pitch low in the dirt, 3-2. We'll do this tomorrow, the final game of the three-game series. The Yankees devoutly hope it's the rubber game of the three-game series. And we'll be on at 12:25 pregame and 1:05 play-by-play. Which is a lot better than 8 o'clock. Now here comes the 3-2. A little chopper to third. Seager hustles, fields, and throws out Sanchez to end the inning. So the Yankees are down 1-2-3. And at the end of 3 innings of play, we're tied at 1 on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
In sports, competition brings out the best in everybody. It's the same with the energy suppliers.
Daddy, where do babies come from?
Honey?
Mommy went to the store.
Oh, well, you see, there's a mommy and a daddy, right?
Right.
And see, when they call Geico, they could save a bunch of money on car insurance.
Oh, really? And that makes them happy?
Yes, that makes them very happy.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we could have this talk, Sunshine.
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Daddy, where do babies come from?
Honey?
Mommy went to the store.
Oh, well, you see, there's a mommy and a daddy, right?
Right.
And see, when they call Geico, they could save a bunch of money on car insurance.
Oh, really? And that makes them happy?
Yes, that makes them very happy.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we could have this talk, Sunshine.
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Kyle is a professional dog trainer.
Sit down. Roll over. Good.
When it comes to canine obedience, he's your best friend's best friend.
Oh, such a good girl.
And in his personal time, Kyle's a personal trainer.
Nice work on those planks, guys. Now roll over and give me 25 push-ups. 1, 2, good. Hey, keep that caboose down.
You see, no matter who or...
Save thousands plus, putt for dough with your vehicle purchase and win up to $1,000 cash. Route 10 East Hanover, online at NielsenDodge.com.
Wake up with Boomer and Carton mornings from 6 to 10 on The Fan.
Now we go to the top of the 4th inning, 10-second station ID on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network.
Patriots wide receiver Julian Edelman out for the season with a torn ACL. The Giants play the Jets tonight on WFAN and WFAN-FM New York.
And we go to the top of the 4th inning. John Sterling, Susan Waldman, Yankees baseball from the stadium. Tied at 1, top of the 4th. Nelson Cruz, the hitter, and Gray deals a strike.
Scoreboard update brought to you by New York Presbyterian. Amazing things are happening here.
Here's the 0-1. Foul back, 0-2.
The only game that's going on in the American League. Toronto has a 2-0 lead over Minnesota, bottom of the 4th. They're in Toronto. Kendrys Morales hit his 22nd home run. It's Dylan G against Marco Estrada. Later on, Baltimore's at Boston. Kevin Gossman against Eduardo Rodriguez. Texas is at Oakland. Cole Hamill against Sean Manaea. Detroit's at the White Sox. Buck Farmer against Carlos Rodon. Kansas City at Cleveland.
Fastball high, 1-2.
Jason Hamill against Mike Clevenger, and it'll be Brad Peacock against Tyler Skaggs as Houston is out in Anaheim to play the Angels. At 4 o'clock, it'll be the Mets in Washington. Robert Gesellman against Gio Gonzalez.
1-2. Another fastball high, 2-2 to Cruz.
6:40, Pittsburgh will be in Cincinnati. Garrett Cole against Luis Castillo. The Cubs are in Philly at 7. Kyle Hendricks against Ben Lively. Colorado's at Atlanta. Kyle Freeland against Sean Newcomb.
Sonny Gray's 2-2. And low 3-2 to Cruz.
San Diego's in Miami at 7:15. Tampa Bay will be in St. Louis. Blake Snell against Mike Leake. It'll be Madison Bumgarner against Taijuan Walker as San Francisco's in Arizona. And Milwaukee is in LA to play the Dodgers. Zach Davies against Ross Stripling.
We're tied at 1, top of the 4th. The payoff pitch to Cruz is a slider outside. So Cruz walks. For Gray, his second walk. And that will bring up Kyle Seager, the lefty-hitting third baseman.
Cruz was 4 for 17 off of Sonny Gray.
Pitch to Seager is low inside. Sonny Gray, of course, pitched all those years for Oakland, and they're in the same division as Seattle, so they would play every year 18 or 19 times, so I guess they kind of know each other. The pitch is cut on him. Very good note on the board. Seager is 1 home run away. He's got 19 from his 6th straight year with 20 or more home runs. Well, that's very good. You know, you want consistency in every area of life. Well, that's pretty consistent. Third baseman, left-hand hitter, hits home runs. Here's Gray's 1-1, and the breaking ball's low. Cruz, the runner at first base with no one out, top of the 4th in a game that is tied at 1.
You know, I was just looking at Sonny Gray against this team. They must have turned the roster over so much. The only people that have real numbers off him, Cano, Cruz, Seager, and Zunino. Everybody else is just a couple, and a lot of guys on this team have never faced him. Gamble, Haniger, Alonso, Heredia, Motter, Ruiz, Segura.
2-1. Has cut on him. Well, if you go down each player, they've either been with other teams or in the other league or so. Almost every one of the guys you named.
So that's Jerry Dipoto has really turned this roster over. They kept the core, obviously, of Cano and Cruz and Seager.
Well, here comes the 2-2. And Seager swings and misses late on a fastball up and away. So the 4th strikeout for Gray. 1-on-1 out. Here's Haniger.
And it really is where he places his pitch. He doesn't throw overly hard. That really went diagonally across the plate. That was a great pitch.
Haniger grounded to third his first time. He's a right-hand hitter. Gray deals a strike. The top of the 4th inning brought to you by Domino's Pizza, the pizza with the best toppings. Domino's, the official pizza of the Yankees radio network. Here's the 0-1. Grounded foul outside of third. On the count 0-2.
And Haniger came over here with Gene Segura when the Seattle Mariners made a trade with the Diamondbacks. Where Taijuan Walker was in that trade and Ketel Marte, the young shortstop.
Well, actually, when you look at it, Ruiz is a national leaguer. Mata was with Tampa. Heredia was in the minor leagues. Here's the 0-2. Struck him out swinging. And there's a cutter away. Fifth strikeout for Gray. Gamble was a Yankee. Haniger, as you mentioned, was with Arizona.
Yep.
I don't think he played for Arizona. Maybe he didn't. I didn't know it. Alonso was with San Diego all these years and a little bit with Oakland. And Segura was in Arizona. So their whole team is new. As Susan said, the core stayed. Cano, Cruz, and Seager. You wouldn't get rid of those guys. But here's Gamble. He's a left-hand hitter. And the pitch low on the count 1-0.
Oh, and Haniger is a rookie. He did not play for Arizona. He was in the minor leagues.
So that's why there's a positive number.
That's right.
Also for
you'd think they'd see, well, they've seen Sonny Gray. That's the line. Say, who's in the same division? No, but those people weren't here. Those people aren't on this team anymore.
That'll be a 1-0 to Gamble. And the pitch low on the count 2-0. So Roman goes out for a little chat with Sonny. His nickname is Pickles on the back, but if only he knew, he could have just had Boy on the back.
Oh. I told the story a couple of times about how the name did or did not come. I have a really hard time calling a grown man Pickles.
Now here's the 2-0. Ground foul. No, it sounds like, some dancer in some show, And if people are wondering, what was I talking about with Boy? Sonny Boy was a legendary song hit record by Al Jolson. It goes back a little bit, I guess.
90 years.
There'll be a 2-1 to Gamble. And the pitch is grounded right back to Gray. The flip to first to end the inning. No runs, no hits, and 1 left. Now, the end of 3.5 innings of play. We are tied at 1 on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Foxwoods Resort Casino and the award-winning Lake of Isles is offering a golf getaway.
It's Super Saturday at Kohl's. Shop early birds until 1 p.m. to save big. Boys Carter's tees are just $7.99, and Junior's graphic tees are $9.99. Fashion sneakers are $24.99. Kitchen electrics are only $9.99, and the Big One bath towel is just $3.99. Everyone gets $10 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent. Earn it on everything, spend it on anything. This Saturday, it's Super Saturday, only at Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Okay, Kevin, for the grand prize of $1 million, what color is the White House?
I know this.
5 seconds.
Oh, switching to Geico could save you a bunch of money on car insurance?
Okay. Judges? That's true, Kevin. They'll allow it. Congratulations. You're a winner.
Woo! Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Okay, Kevin, for the grand prize of $1 million, what color is the White House?
I know this.
5 seconds.
Oh, switching to Geico could save you a bunch of money on car insurance?
Okay. Judges? That's true, Kevin. They'll allow it. Congratulations. You're a winner.
Woo! Geico, because saving 15...
CBSNewYork.com/make-your-pitch. That's CBSNewYork.com/make-your-pitch. Go ahead. Make your pitch for financial education with Bridgehampton National Bank, BNB, Mini Success Stories, One Bank.
Fourth inning is brought to you by Cars for Kids. Donate your car today and have it picked up by tomorrow.
Oh, here's Didi to lead it off for the Yanks in the bottom of the fourth. Didi, the cleanup hitter today. And the right-hander deal swung on a high pop foul. Third base side will make the seats. It'll be Didi, Castro, Bird. So lefty, righty, lefty. Bird gives the Yankees a lot. Now, he has to hit. Understand. Now, I'm a lefty hitter. They don't want me in there. So he's got to hit. But if he hits, he gives the Yankees a lot more balance and flexibility with that lefty bat that they have needed.
I bet you could bunt though if you wanted to. You'd move a runner over.
The 0-1 is low. You got 1-1. I was in the bullpen in Toronto, and Roger was taking some to the mid, and he said, "You want to get in there and pose a lefty hitter?" I said, No, thank you. So it'd be a 1-1 to Didi.
Didi has green neon gloves on today. He had orange neon gloves yesterday.
Pitch is popped up to short. Segura makes the catch right at second base, and there's one away. One away. Here is Starlin Castro. Castro walked his first time. He scored the Yankee run. Commemorate the inaugural Players Weekend at MLBShop.com with limited edition Yankee jerseys and tees featuring player-picked nicknames. Wear the gear the players will wear on field this weekend. Available while supplies last at MLBShop.com. The pitch, there's a breaking ball strike to Starlin. What happened is Castro walked and Bird walked, and Headley sacrificed them, and it worked out. Headley got him to second and third, and Ellsbury lined a single to left. Castro scored, but Bird was thrown out narrowly. Pitch, breaking balls in the dirt. So the count 1-1 on Castro.
You know, you'd think those numbers, he's got great numbers, as John told you before, Starlin off of Gallardo, 16 for 45. You'd think that was when he was a Cub and Gallardo was Milwaukee, right?
I'm sure. In fact, the 0-2 cut on and missed. So Castro strikes out, and there are two. In fact, that would really figure. You know why? Because Milwaukee and the Cubs, also play 18 or 19 times a year, so that's how he had all those numbers. Here's Greg Bird. Third strikeout for Gallardo. Three infielders on the right side for Bird. And the pitch high. And the second baseman in the middle of the three, Taylor Motter, is as far out on the outfield grass as you'll see a second baseman. He must have a good arm. He has a long way to go to first base. Here's the 1-0. And the fastball is high. I would say that Motter is 15 steps out. Would you say that?
Yep. Remember years ago when the Yankees would play the Red Sox all the time and Mark Bellhorn was all the way out? He played out there, too.
He sure did.
Did not Motter also play outfield for Tampa? Didn't he play both infield and outfield?
I'm sure he did, yeah. Well, you have to. The 2-0 foul, but you have to. The Yankees sent down Tyler Austin to make room for Bird. They only have three guys on the bench today. They have Hicks, Torreyes, and Todd Frazier.
And, I got the feeling that they didn't want to do that but they need these pitchers because they've been using their bullpen so much because Austin was really good against left-handed pitchers.
Now, here's the 2-1. Pitch is high, 3-0.
Pitchers in that bullpen.
Now here's the 3-1 to Bird. Hot fouled away. Well, I just looked up the date because I never know the date. It's August 26th. So in less than a week, they'll be able to expand the rosters.
You feel bad for Tyler Austin because he can't come back until 10 days, no matter when the rosters expand.
3-2 is hit hard, foul outside of third.
I always thought there are so many things when we are commissioners, co-commissioners, we're going to change. That is the dumbest thing. They sent down Tyler Austin. He can't come back for 10 days. They can bring up 40 people on September 1st, but they can't bring up Tyler Austin because they had to send him down now. That's another thing that's kind of silly.
I have a great question to ask you. Here's the 3-2. Line hard. It's a base hit to right center field. Very significant for the Yankees. All right, he's back. He's walked and he's singled. And that was a hot shot that went between Segura and Motter. Well, Motter wasn't anywhere near the play. It went past Segura to right center.
And they're playing on the over the sound system, Welcome Back, from Welcome Back, Cotter.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah.
Anyway, my question is, well, the season ends September 4th. How could he stay there longer than September 4th?
Well, no, then he can come back, but that's 10 days. But that's 4 games. They're still going to play first, second, third, and fourth.
Oh, absolutely. Pitch is a strike.
No, they won't make him stay there if they leave. No, it's 4 games.
26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31.
He can come
That's
back
6, and then 4 would be 10.
But there's 4 games. Those games, as you say all the time, those games count too.
Absolutely. Now, Headley, the batter, count 0-1. Gallardo deals high. Well, that's good for Bird to know, yes, I can do it, and I'm going to do it. He hit and whistled the ball to right center field.
That's that stroke. It's that left-handed swing. It's as pretty a swing as can be for Yankee Stadium.
There's the 1-1. And the pitch high, and the count 2-1. Three infielders on the right side for Headley, and Motter is just as far out in right field, the second baseman. Pitch hit way high, and the count 3-1. Ellsbury is on deck, who did knock in the only run the Yankees have scored today. So 3-1 to Headley, with Bird at first, 2 men out, bottom of the fourth, tied at 1. The 3-1. There's strike, fastball, inside corner, 3-2. So now Bird will be off with the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
And as I said, he doesn't throw overly hard, 91, but it was in, 91 mile an hour fastball in, good spot.
Now the right-hander at the belt, and the 3-2 is outside ball 4. Headley walks. Third walk given up by Gallardo. Bird goes to second, and here is Ellsbury.
And here comes Mel Stottlemyre Jr. for our consultation on the mound, which is brought to you by Salino and Barnes. Call them today for a free consultation at 800-888-8888. Arm circles in the Seattle pen, but nobody warming up yet.
While some go to arm circles and Mel Stottlemyre Jr. runs back to the dugout, we pause 10-second station ID on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network driven by Jeep.
The Mets place Yoenis Cespedes on the disabled list today with a hamstring injury. He's likely done for the season. Giants and Jets tonight on Sports Radio 66 WFAN New York.
John Sterling, Susan Walbin, Yankee Stadium, bottom of the fourth, 2 outs. 2 on, Bird at second, and Headley at first. Here's Ellsbury. And the pitch, fastball is high, 1-0. Ellsbury inside out of the pitch and lined it to left field for a run. You ought to see how shallow Ben Gamel is playing Ellsbury. And for that matter, Heredia is playing shallow over 2 or 3 steps in left center. All 3 outfielders are shallow. Ellsbury, he He's got some pop. Runners lead at first and second. It'll be a 1-0. Swung on and hit in the air to deep right field. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. Did I say he has pop? Well, pop he does. He just did a 3-run home run in the right field seats. He Ellsbury's it in the right field seats. Everything is Jake with Jacoby. He hits a 3-run home run, and the Yankees take a 4-1 lead.
And that's the Lapolis Electric first blast of the game with that first home run. The power's on. Make sure the power in your home is always on with the generator installed by Lapolis Electric. And I was just going to say, Ellsbury has great numbers off of Gallardo. He was 7 for 18 before that home run.
And the outfield was all playing shallow. It didn't matter where they were playing. They're not playing in the right field seats. But they were shallow for a guy who can hit home runs. Romine takes a strike. So Ellsbury, a single and a 3-run home run, has knocked in all 4 Yankee runs. His 7th homer, he now has 31 RBIs. And the Yankees finally get a big hit. They have a 4-1 lead for Sonny Gray, a very good pitcher. And Romine pops it foul first base side out of play.
When you look at Ellsbury, and when I've talked to him, and I had him on pregame in Detroit, and this is what I mean about being prepared. You don't know when you're going to play. He comes to the park. He knows he's the 4th outfielder now. He absolutely knows it. And he has been a really good player for a very long time. He just isn't doing what he did this year. So
0-2 is cut on and missed.
Let me finish quickly. The great thing about Ellsbury, he comes to the park every single day as if he's going to play and prepares that way.
For the Yankees, 3 runs, 2 hits, no one left. And at the end of 4 innings of play, 4-1 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Hey, Acme Market shoppers. Start earning gas rewards and fill up at Sunoco.
Daddy, where do babies come from?
Honey?
Mommy went to the store.
Oh, well, you see, there's a mommy and a daddy, right?
Right.
And see, when they call Geico, they could save a bunch of money on car insurance.
Oh, really? And that makes them happy?
Yes, that makes them very happy.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we could have this talk, Sunshine.
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Kyle is a professional dog trainer.
Sit down. Roll over. Good.
When it comes to canine obedience, he's your best friend's best friend.
Oh, such a good girl.
And in his personal time, Kyle's a personal trainer.
Nice work on those planks, guys. Now roll over and give me 25 push-ups. 1, 2, good. Hey, keep that caboose down.
You see, no matter who or what he trains, Kyle knows how to get results. But when it comes to mortgages, he's less confident.
Guilty as charged.
Fortunately for Kyle, there's Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. It's simple, so he can understand the details and know he's getting the right mortgage.
I like it, people. Who wants a treat?
Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently. Go to rocketmortgage.com today.
Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states.
Good for you and good for your family. And this mom of 2 gives Black Bear Forest Fresh a gold medal. Black Bear Forest Fresh, only at ShopRite. Feel good about eating.
In your office, make sure you're locked in to Sports Radio 66 and 101.9 FM, The Fan.
Well, we go to the 5th inning. And the Yankees on the 3-run home run by Ellsbury take a 4-1 lead. You know, the old commercial that get slapped in the face. Oh, thanks, I needed that. Well, the Yankees needed that. They really needed that.
Sonny Gray's not going to know what to do with all these runs.
Now here's Heredia. He's a right-hand hitter to lead off. Headley in the 3rd to guard against the bunt. Up at first is Bird. And the pitch there is a strike. We will, at some point, and Susan will do this, give you Sonny Gray's pitch count. Because in Sonny Gray, you got a guy who can go a long way and give it to the very end of your bullpen. Give the ball, that is, to the end of the bullpen.
Yeah,
and Gray deals, and the pitch is grounded foul.
He's only at 58 pitches.
as we hit the 5th inning.
You know, and that comes because you strike people out. You got 5 strikeouts through 4 innings.
He does. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. You're right. He's very much in command, as you can see. And the 0-2 lays off the breaking ball away, way off the plate. And the count 1-2. Let's take 10-second station ID on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network.
The Mets place Yoenis Cespedes on the disabled list today with a hamstring injury. He's likely done for the season. Giants and Jets tonight on Sports Radio 66 WFAN New York.
Pitch is grounded to third, backhanded by Headley. The long throw is in time, and there is one away. So Headley shifted back to third today, and he's had a lot of chances.
You know what you also forget that this team has missed? Greg Bird is a really good first baseman. Really makes things look easy.
Well, you know, I've mentioned this so many times, I'm sure some people are bored with it, but it probably won't happen until next year, probably. But at some point, Bird, Sanchez, and Judge are going to be a great threesome in the middle. All 3 guys who can hit for average and home runs. Taylor Motter is the hitter, and the breaking ball's outside. And they would be the perfect combination. Righty, lefty, righty. And whatever, I don't care what order you have. Sanchez, Bird, Judge would be righty, lefty, righty. 1-0 to Taylor Motter. Now, and then you have 2 terrific hitters at second and short, Didi and Castro. Pitch. A high pop to shallow center. Ellsbury comes on, kind of walks in and makes the catch, and there are 2 outs. And as you know, I haven't even talked about Gleyber Torres and Clint Frazier and Billy McKinney and guys like that. So they're going to have a very good team here. 2 down. Here is the homer hitter for Seattle, Carlos Ruiz, a stocky right-hand hitter, who obviously still has power because he ripped one in the left field seats right down the line inside the pole, and we figure about 7 rows back. Gray deals to Ruiz, and there's a strike. And there's a strike on the inside quarter. 2 very good fastballs right on the hands, and the count 0-2.
The thing about Sonny Gray, doesn't throw overly hard. Doesn't need to. He can get up to 94 when he wants to. Doesn't need to. He places it so well when he's on.
0-2. Wasting it outside 1-2.
You know, he'll move that ball around 90, 91, 92. Different finger pressures, as we said. Makes it move a little differently. Makes the ball a little slower. Changes speeds with it.
1-2. Again, outside. Anyway, can the Yankees stagger their appeals for their catchers so they don't lose them both at the same time?
Can they stagger the suspensions when they take them? Yeah, they're both appealing.
Right.
And then when they come down, of course you can. I think you can. You don't have to do it all at the same time.
I wouldn't think that would really be unfair to lose both your catchers. And there's the 2-2. Fastball high 3-2.
And by the way, there is no one. Higashioka's on the DL. He's been on a long time, and he's got back problems. So Higashioka, who is on the 40-man, is not available. You got Wilkin Castillo down there and Eddie Rodriguez, all caught in the major leagues with someone.
3-2 is line, base hit, right center field. As Judge picks up and throws in, not amazing. Ruiz, in 100 at-bats, was hitting .202 with a home and 9 RBIs. Today, a home run and a single. Now, one thing I will say for Gray, he's 3-2 on Ruiz. That was his mistake. He went 0-2 to 3-2. That was a mistake. Then he didn't want to walk him. So he had a hot shot. Instead of going at Castro, it went to the glove side and through to right center. So here's Gene Segura with Ruiz at first and 2 men out. Segura 0 for 2. And the pitch there is a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, I asked Joe, I guess yesterday or the day before, I said, so who was your emergency catcher? And he said, Torres. And I said, really? He said, I don't think I want to do that, though.
There's the 0-1. Pitch cut on miss. That's why I love the teams that have a guy who's not going to catch. I'll give you two guys, Mike Napoli, Carlos Santana. But if they had to in the 13th inning when you run out of catchers and someone gets hurt, at least they know how to catch.
They know how to put the equipment on.
Right. and, at least you know they're going to catch the ball. Here's the 0-2. Which in my memory as a kid, the Yankees ran out of catchers and Hank Bauer had to go behind the plate in an extra inning game, and he, battled it. He kind of knocked a few down. It's not what you want. And not what the guy wants. Who wants to go behind the plate? Here's the 1-2 to Segura. Strike 3. Pick a fastball. Right on the outside corner. Strikeout number 6 for Gray. No runs, no hits, 1 left, and a 4.5. 4-1 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Nissan is the premier partner of the Heisman Trophy, and we surprised fans with this Heisman-winning lineup.
How you doing? Marcus Allen.
Are you guys ready to go train with us? Let's go do it. Then they experienced Nissan.
It's Super Saturday at Kohl's. Shop early birds until 1 p.m. to save big. Boys Carter's tees are just $7.99, and Junior's graphic tees are $9.99. Fashion sneakers are $24.99. Kitchen electrics are only $9.99, and the Big One bath towel is just $3.99. Everyone gets $10 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent. Earn it on everything, spend it on anything. This Saturday, it's Super Saturday, only at Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Okay, Kevin, for the grand prize of $1 million, what color is the White House?
I know this.
5 seconds. Oh, switching to Geico could save you a bunch of money on car insurance?
Okay. Judges? That's true, Kevin. They'll allow it. Congratulations. You're a winner.
Woo! Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Okay, Kevin, for the grand prize of $1 million, what color is the White House?
I know this.
5 seconds. Oh, switching to Geico could save you a bunch of money on car insurance?
Okay. Judges? That's true, Kevin. They'll allow it. Congratulations. You're a winner.
Woo! Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance.
Domino's $7.99 large 3-topping carryout offer is now every day. Ask for this offer. Availability and charges may apply.
Well, here we go to the bottom of the 5th. Yankees have a 4-1 lead. Jacoby Ellsbury has a ribby single and a 3-run home run to account for all 4 Yankee runs. Carlos Ruiz homered for the Seattle run. Here we go, bottom of the 5th. And it's a strange thing. The leadoff man will lead off again. Gardner's led off an inning now 3 times. Normally it doesn't work that way. Gallardo deals, and Gardner takes a strike on the outside corner. Here's the 0-1. And the pitch sails outside 1-1. Now, Gallardo's 1-1 is high 2-1. Gardner has singled and then popped up. Now 2-1 to Gardy, with Judge and Sanchez up next. And the pitch is outside, 3-1. Gallardo's pitch sails outside, ball 4. The last thing you'd want to do, you begin an inning, you have Gardner up. Although Gardner, as you know, hits home runs. He's hit 20 of them. A lot of home runs. But if you walk him, that leads to trouble. Now you got the fleet Gardner at first. He's stolen 17 out of 20. And here's Judge. That's the 4th walk given up by Gallardo. And a quick throw to first base, and Gardner dives back.
And now, as soon as Gardner walked, they started some activity in the Mariners' pen.
They also carry 8 relievers. Yeah, everyone does. And the pitch to Judge is swung on, a high pop down the right field line. A long run for Haniger, racing toward the line, but it lands foul. It landed right near the boxes, and there's field boxes down there that jut out even further, and that's where it hit. So the count 0-1 on Aaron. Another throw to first, and Gardner dives on back. A right-hander warming up in the Seattle bullpen.
That's Casey Lawrence. And he was just picked up on waivers from the Blue Jays organization.
Meanwhile, Gallardo, probably under orders, is throwing to first. And why would they want to throw to first? To give Lawrence some more time to warm up. Gallardo's in the low 80s in pitch count.
They have a lot of older. Lawrence is going to be 30. We got a lot of older minor league type players.
The 0-1, a high pop on the right side. Who's going to catch it? Alonso backpedals and makes the catch. And there is one away.
I was talking to Scott Service yesterday. He was saying there's so many injuries that they've gone through 13 starters and 30-odd different pitchers up and down in the bullpen. So now you're at the place, except at the end, where you've got guys coming out of minor leagues.
I heard him say that to you on your interview, and it's an astounding number of pitchers. That is in the 30s. In the 30s. Can you imagine that? That's a lot of different chuckers. Well, here is Sanchez, 1 on, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 5th. And Gallardo deals. Breaking ball is high.
Well, the most starts anyone's had now is Gallardo, and this is his 21st start. Paxton had 20, but he's been in and out too. He was really pitching really, really well, but Gallardo has more starts than anyone on the staff.
Here's the 1-0. Well, they're missing guys like King Felix. Paxton was as good a pitcher as there was in the American League when he got injured. I mean, every game he seemed to be throwing a shutout. And also Hisashi Iwakuma. Boy, I'd like to have a pitching staff with those three as 3 of my starters.
Let's see who else, because there's more.
But they're all on the DL. Doesn't matter how good they are if they're on the DL. Here's the 1-0 to Sanchez.
Oh, and here's one who hasn't pitched all year.
Breaking ball grounded foul.
Drew Smiley.
Yes.
It is amazing.
That'll be a 1-1.
So there's 4.
Well,
King
that's
Felix,
not a bad
Paxton,
rotation.
Jabru
Paxton.
Smiley, and Iwakuma.
Yeah, that's pretty good. 1-1 to Sanchez. Gardner leading off first. And the pitch is swung on and popped up to shallow right. Haniger comes in to make the catch, and there are two away.
So to keep this team in, Service has done a tremendous job. Yeah, they're in. I know they hit.
You know, something we've talked about, too, and I saw it on some program, asking the questions so they could talk about it for a half hour. Is this the best job that Mike Scioscia's ever done? And it may be.
Oh, it would have to be. He lost everybody in the rotation. He's got people coming out of that pen you'd never heard of. He lost Mike Trout for a long time.
6 weeks at least, if not more.
Months, right?
Here's Didi. He's popped up twice. Throw to first base, and back is Gardner.
And they've done the Angels have done a lot. I call Billy Epler, who used to be Brian Cashman's assistant, now is the GM of the Angels. I call him the king of the waiver wires. When I said that to Scioscia started laughing because he is. He just picks people up and they try and play a few games and get somebody else if that doesn't work.
0-2, grounded foul. 0-1 on Didi. Ditchman Flemington Ford, that's our place, owned by the great Steve Califer. Please, we know our Ditchman Ford. It'll be an 0-1 to Didi, and the pitch is grounded at first. Alonso to the bag, touches up, and when we get back in the sixth inning, I'll tell you a whole lot more about Ditchman Flemington Ford. For the Yankees, no runs, no hits, and one left, and now the end of 5 innings of play. It's 4-1 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network driven by Jeep.
The Buick GMC Dealer of the Hour is Union Buick GMC in Union, New Jersey. Visit Union Buick GMC for great lease and financing deals on the full line of Buicks and GMCs.
Daddy, where do babies come from?
Honey?
Mommy went to the store.
Oh, well, you see, there's a mommy and a daddy, right?
Right.
And see, when they call Geico, they could save a bunch of money on car insurance.
Oh, really? And that makes them happy?
Yes, that makes them very happy.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we could have this talk, Sunshine.
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Kyle is a professional dog trainer.
Sit down. Roll over. Good.
When it comes to canine obedience, he's your best friend's best friend.
Oh, such a good girl.
And in his personal time, Kyle's a personal trainer.
Nice work on those planks, guys. Now roll over and give me 25 push-ups. 1, 2, good. Hey, keep that caboose down.
You see, no matter who or what he trains, Kyle knows how to get results. But when it comes to mortgages, he's less confident.
Guilty as charged.
Fortunately for Kyle, there's Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. It's simple, so he can understand the details and know he's getting the right mortgage.
I like it, people. Who wants a treat?
Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently. Go to rocketmortgage.com today.
Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. And MLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Staples has Francesa on the Fan.
Well, we go to the top of the sixth inning. Sonny Gray is pitching a two-hitter. Both hits by Carlos Ruiz. One, a home run to left. And a line single to right center. And their ninth hitter. Now here's the second hitter to lead off the two-man. Yonder Alonso and Sonny Gray deals. And the pitch is in the dirt. And count 1-0. This next pitch will be Sonny's 75th. So if he pitches well, he can give the Yankees 7 innings. Alonso has walked and struck out. Lefty hitter with power. 3 infielders on the right side. The pitch is cut on and missed in the count 1-1. Here's Gray's 1-1. And it's fouled back. Last night, the catcher, the number 1 catcher, Mike Zunino, he homered, and he also singled and doubled. Well, day game after a night game, you play your other catcher, so Ruiz is playing, and he has both hits, so the Seattle catcher's done very well against the Yanks. Here is the 1-2 to Alonso. Fastball high, lays off, the count is 2-2.
Scoreboard update is brought to you by Bigelow Tea that encourages you to grab a mug and tea proudly. Let's see what's brewing around the league. I'll just give you the games that are going on. One is in Toronto, 8-2 lead for the Blue Jays over Minnesota.
2-2 is strike 3 called on the inside corner. Alonso didn't think so. And there's 1 away.
And they are in the top of the 6th at the Rogers Center. Starting at 4 will be Baltimore at Boston. And nothing going on in the National League. Also at 4, Mets will be in Washington. Robert Gesellman against Gio Gonzalez.
Well, I think I'm going to take the stipend away from Rick Roush, Jack Maldonado, and Susan Waldman because, really, frankly, not much of a scoreboard.
Right.
Not a lot of scores.
Well, I could give you all the matchups, but that bores everybody to death.
Right. Oh, 1 away. Here is Nelson Cruz. Just kidding. Nelson Cruz, a right-hand hitter with great power. And the pitch cut on him. It's good slider down and away. Ditchman Flemington Ford is your home for low lease rates and great financing offers on the fantastic new lineup of Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs. See why they're the total package at your local Ford dealer now, or visit tristateford.com. The 0-1. Swung on and popped foul behind the plate out of play. So when you go in and buy your car at Ditchman Flemington Ford, tell Ellen Nardoni that John said. You really want to get him good, Steve Caliper. 0-2 coming to Cruz. And Gray's pitch is foul, first base out of play. One out, no one on. We're in the top of the 6th. And the Yankees have a 4-1 lead. The 0-2. Inside. And it hit him. It was caught. So it's the right way to get hit. It kind of skimmed his shirt. So Cruz is on, hit by a pitch. 1 on and 1 out. And there is Seager, who has struck out twice against Gray. One out. Gray deals, and it's fouled back. The Yankees don't overshift on Seager, but Didi basically plays behind second base. If he's 1 step over toward third, that's a lot. He probably plays 1 step over, just get an angle to see the hitter, rather than looking right in back of the pitcher. Here's the 0-1. Low inside. That may hit him. How do you like that? How do you like it? Hit him on the foot. How do you like that? So Gray is sailing along, pitching a 2-hitter, and he hits back-to-back batters.
God. Pitch down, and let's see where this hit him. Starts at the knee, and it hit off his back toe. Oh,
here's the tying run, Mitch Haniger.
He was really hopping around. That hurts. They're going straight down, right on top of your toes.
Haniger is a right-hand hitter. He's got Cruz at second, Seager at first, one out, top of the sixth. And the Yankees have a 4-1 lead. And there's a strike on the count 0-1. Swinging a slider way off the plate in the left-hand hitter's batter's box in the count 0-2.
You know, sometimes they move out and you really can't tell. That was not a strike when it left his hand.
Now here is Gray's 0-2 to Haniger. The pitch just missed. Gray has walked 2, struck out 7, but he has just hit 2 batters in a row. Obviously both very, very accidental, but still. They all count, so there are 2 guys on with 1 out. 1-2 to Haniger. Gray's 1-2. Struck him out swinging. Breaking ball. Strikeout number 8 for Sonny. And here's Ben Gamble.
That really starts on the outer half of the plate and just goes big, almost like a big curveball all the way down to the ground.
Gamble's popped up and hit a little bouncer back to Gray. He's a left-hand hitter, line drive type hitter. And he's the tying run as he stands in with Cruz at second and Seager at first.
Gamble finally down below 300. He's 289 now.
It's a high fly to center. Drifting back, Ellsbury, and he makes the catch to end the inning. No runs, no hits, 2 left. And the end of 5 1/2, 4-1 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network. Driven by Jeep.
The final days of the Ford Summer Sales event are here. It's Super Saturday at Kohl's. Shop early birds until 1 p.m. to save big. Boys Carter's tees are just $7.99, and Junior's graphic tees are $9.99. Fashion sneakers are $24.99. Kitchen electrics are only $9.99, and the Big One bath towel is just $3.99. Everyone gets $10 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent. Earn it on everything, spend it on anything. This Saturday, it's Super Saturday, only at Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details. It's Super Saturday at Kohl's. Shop early birds until 1 p.m. to save big. Boys Carter's tees are just $7.99, and Junior's graphic tees are $9.99. Fashion sneakers are $24.99. Kitchen electrics are only $9.99, and the Big One bath towel is just $3.99. Everyone gets $10 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent. Earn it on everything, spend it on anything. This Saturday, it's Super Saturday, only at Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Okay, Kevin, for the grand prize of $1 million, what color is the White House?
I know this.
5 seconds. Oh, switching to Geico could save you a bunch of money on car insurance?
Okay. Judges? That's true, Kevin. They'll allow it. Congratulations. You're a winner.
Woo! Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a
CBS Wellness Ad Program. Visit rwjbh.org for all your healthcare needs. Well, we to the bottom of the sixth inning before we do 10-second station ID on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network.
UNS Cespedes goes on the disabled list with a hamstring injury. His season's probably over. Mets Nationals this afternoon. Giants Jets tonight on WFAN and WFAN FM New York.
John Sterling, Susan Waldman, Yankee Stadium, bottom of the sixth, 4-1 Yanks. And Castro takes a pitch inside. Starlin has walked and struck out. Ellsbury's been the hitter for the Yankees, an RBI single and a 3-run home run accounting for all their runs. It'll be a 1-0.